Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Now, once again, we've got a 7-star robbery activation coming up. And this is once again one activation in Feng Shui that helps us continuously attract abundance, whatever abundance may mean to you. Yeah, most people associate it with money. But it could also bring in an abundance of connections and an abundance of, just emotional fulfillment and abundance of connections, friendships, anything that you associate with abundance. And the reason that we want to continuously activate these 7-star robbery energies throughout the year is not that we suddenly get one windfall and that is it, but it's just sort of like continuously and on a very sustained level brings in this abundance, right? So it's a continuous inflow rather than just one big dump and then that's it for the rest of the year. So that's why we want to make use of this energy pattern throughout the entire year to make sure that there's no disruption in our inflow of abundance. Now, this one happens on the 21st of September, and the time at which you need to activate this is 9:19 a.m. in the morning. Now, you can do this at home or at the office or both. Now, obviously, you can't be at both places at the same time, but if you have help from someone at the office, then maybe you just do it at home and let one of your staff members do it at the office. That's perfectly fine. Also, there is no need to convert this in any other time zone. So just take a local time, 21st of September at 9:19 a.m. You need to activate this particular energy. Now, how you do this is a little bit more complex than the usual Feng Shui activations. So first thing, you need to identify the south, the east, and the northwest sectors of your home or office. So you just stand in the center and you use the compass that you have on your mobile phone. You don't need a Feng Shui compass for that. Identify where is the south, the east, and the northwest. Now, we need to activate this particular energy pattern inside our home or office. So don't do this on a balcony or outside on a porch or a terrace. Yeah, this has to be on the inside. Now, if you have an irregular floor plan and the south sector is missing, then you will not be able to do this activation. The south sector is absolutely mandatory. If you have only the south sector, but both your east and your northwest sectors are missing, then you also won't be able to do this. You need to have at least 2 of these sectors present in your floor plan, and one of them has to be the south. So if the northwest sector is missing because you have a strange L shape, for example, as a floor plan, but you still have the south and the east, that's fine. It will be less impactful, but you can still do it, right? Or if you have the south and the northwest, but the east is missing, still fine. It will be weaker, the outcome will be weaker, but you can still do it. Now, the activation itself needs to be sort of like in the widest area of these pie slices. Yeah, so not towards the center because there the energies are a little bit mixed. So the widest area possible of that pie slice, this is what you identify. It does not matter whether this area is a kitchen or a pantry or a bedroom or whatever. Qi doesn't actually care what you use the room for. Qi only cares about, is that sector actually present? Is the sector a container for that energy? Yes or no? Is it there? Then it's usable, even if it's a toilet. Yeah, so don't worry about that. As long as it's present, you can do the activation. Now, the way you need to perform this activation is as follows. So at 9:19 a.m., you install a water feature in the south. Yeah, that is a must, a water feature in the south sector. And this has to be an aggressive water feature. It has to be a container that holds at the minimum 30 liters of water. Mine holds 60. So at the minimum 30 liters of water, 30. The size and the shape of the container and the material and the color of the container, completely irrelevant. But it has to be open at the top, and you have to create a fountain effect like what you see here on the picture. Now, this is fairly easy to achieve. You get a pump in an aquarium shop, and you can either put this pump into the container but raise it. Maybe you put some bricks into the container and you put this pump onto the bricks. And so it's close to the spout is close to the surface. Or you can also, this is what I do, you can get a PVC pipe, attach it to the spout of the water pump, and so this will also create a fountain effect. Without a fountain effect, no effect at all, right? So it has to sort of like bubble up in an aggressive way. So 919, you install this in the south sector. And then in the east and the northwest, you can either use fans or open the windows. So if you have a window in the east sector, open the window. If you have a window in the northwest sector, open the window and just leave them open during the entire activation. If you don't have a window, then you install a fan. So a fan that blows towards the center. Yeah, apologies for my very, very poor drawing skills, but it's a fan that blows towards the center. So maybe you have a window in the northwest, open the window, but no window in the east, then you just put a fan there and keep it blowing towards the center. Make sure that all the doors are open. So if you have a door here in the south that blocks the access of that water chi to the center, open the door, keep it open. The same with the fan, the same with the window here. You open the window, let's say in the northwest, and you also, if you have a door here, connecting door, open the door. All of these energies must reach the center where they can co-mingle and distribute all around in your flat, in your apartment, house, or in your office. Yeah. So open doors. Even if it's a toilet, for this time, you leave the toilet door open, right? Now, if you happen to also have a window in the south, you can also open the window in the south in addition to have the water feature. It does not replace the water feature. The water feature is a must, but if you have a window in the south, you can also open that. And all other windows in your apartment or in your flat must be closed. So really only that there's only an activation in the south, the east, and the northwest. Now, this one here, you actually need to leave in place until the next day at 9 a.m. Yeah, so 24 hours. This is not just a 2-hour thing. This one needs to be in place until the next day, 22nd of September at 9 or 9:19 a.m. So leave it in place for 24 hours and then just remove the whole installation. And then do things, perform activities that pertain to your interpretation of abundance. Yeah, go out, mingle with people, or, rekindle connections or relationships, or as a business owner, do something that could potentially bring in new business because you've activated the energies and now they are there. You need to make use of them. You can't just sit back and do nothing. All right. So this is how this activation works. So let me know your results. I'm very curious whether this works for you and what you actually did to, or what you interpret for yourself as abundance and what you did to achieve that. Let me know. And if you have any questions, comments, put them in the comment section below as always. And please give me a like, share it with anybody who's interested, and subscribe to my channel. I'd be really grateful. All right. Thank you guys and see you soon.